Today's video is going to kind of combine a topic of your favorites, some tips, and some of my topic, and that is how to take care of you. You know I'm always all about taking care of your greatest asset on the farm, and that is you. So here we go. Just in the last 2 weeks, I've had 2 friends experience heat exhaustion. It's getting hot out there, and we have got to be aware of this, especially as growers who are out in there all the time. So, a couple of things we want to talk about on how to take care of you using some tips. So, it's hot out there. You still got to do the work. So, one of the first things I want to encourage you to is probably the most important is to hydrate. Stay hydrated. And we know, drink water, you got to drink water, stay hydrated. But let me give you one more little encouragement. Take in electrolytes. Now, what are electrolytes? Well, we feed them to our birds, right? Yes, but electrolytes are basically minerals that help our whole bodily function process. So, magnesium, potassium, and sodium are probably 3 of the big ones. There are some others, but those are the big 3. When we talk about electrolytes, those are the 3 big ones that we talk about. Now, you sweat out salt, and I think probably in the last few years, it used to be vitamin D was what Americans were most deficient in, but as much as I stay on nutrition and stuff, I'm actually seeing so much more talk about how we are deficient in magnesium big time. And magnesium is part of for muscles, contraction, and all those things like that, along with potassium. But for some reason, we tend to lose magnesium a little more. So stay hydrated, but not just stay hydrated with water, because you can actually get too much water and it will actually flush, which is kind of what we want to do. But it'll also start flushing out minerals. So you do want to keep those electrolytes going, some Gatorade. There's also some powders that can add there in there. So it is important, if you do nothing else on this list, hydrate. Stay hydrated. Get fluids and get those electrolytes in those fluids. Second one is probably this, your schedule. Think about your schedule. Now, if you're like me, you're in a routine. And I mean, people at Southland even say, I'm almost boring because I'm so scheduled. I do my pizza every Friday night. I do this and that. So when it comes to hot weather, though, you may need to change your schedule and do some of those more outside, more laborious jobs. Do them maybe in the morning. Switch it around. Change it up. So you might need to do those things to keep your body temperature down. Be wise. Think about these things. You may have to change your schedule. Hydrate. Maybe change your schedule a little bit. Another one to think about is cover up. Now, when it's hot, I know the first thing you want to do is start peeling clothes off, okay? And I get it. I do too. When I'm outside, at home, mowing the grass, something, I just feel like I got to take my shirt off and just, come out of that. But you actually will increase your body heat by doing that, because the sun's direct rays on your skin and on your body will actually raise your heat. So I don't have to encourage most of you to wear a cap, because that's what farmers do, right? They wear caps. So get your hat you got you wearing, maybe one with a wider bill all the way around it, a brim that comes all the way around. Loose fitting clothes, more light colored, more cotton, some things like that. Look, I know that you already know this, but just indulge me and let me say it, okay? But it's also good to hear it sometimes too. So cover up, use some sunscreen. Now, that's not necessarily going to keep you cool, but it is going to protect you. We're talking about taking care of you. So protect that skin, cover up, hats, light colored clothes, loose fitting clothes. And then here's one that you probably don't even think about much, but take a break. I know, you work from before the sun till after the sun goes down. But you know what? It's okay to take a break every now and then. In fact, we encourage it. Take a break. You don't have to be a long one, but not only take a break, but take a break in a cool place. Now, we did a video, had a tips and tricks, I don't know, it's probably a couple of years ago, and we showed where a farmer had put an AC unit in the control room. The whole focus on that video was about keeping that electronic equipment cool, because that's the number one thing that damages electronics is heat. They already generate its own heat. So we showed a guy who put an AC unit in his control room. Well, guess what? If you do that, you can get in there, just spend about 15 minutes, maybe check your phone, whatever, take a little 15-minute snooze. Now, if you're like me, I get in there and I'm like, I don't really want to, because then I get to get back out in the heat. I get it. But what it does is, it gives a little bit of time for your body temperature to come back down, so that you can get back out there and you're gonna get hot again. But it's just like cooling those birds down. We just gotta move some heat off that body. So, cover up, take some breaks, and then the last thing is refresh, okay? Now that little time in the control room with air conditioning is a refreshing, but here's something that I know many of you do anyway. Put a cooler on the back of that SUV you got, that all-terrain vehicle, that four-wheeler, that golf cart, whatever you use to go around the farm. Throw your little cooler in there, fill it up with ice, and keep some cold drinks in there, but also keep maybe a cool rag, one of these cooling rags. Put it on there, slap it around the back of your neck. You know, put it over your head, take a little water and just run it. Because if you can even just run cool water over your wrists, it'll help bring that body temperature down. Now this may all sound like, well, I'll be all right. I've been doing this for 25 years. But the fact is, I don't know, maybe it's just heavy on my heart because, like I said, in the last couple of weeks, I've had 2 friends who have dealt with heat exhaustion, okay? So my encouragement is to take care of you. You go down, who's gonna step in? Who's gonna take care of those birds? So your greatest asset is you. So take some of these tips, ideas, and plug them in if you're not already doing that. And if you've got some ideas, shoot them my way. I'll share them with some of these other growers. So I hope that helps, but I encourage you to beat the heat this summer and take care of yourself. Cool down, get that body heat off. So if you've got any questions on this or got any ideas of any videos you'd like to see us do, give me a holler, 1-800-608-3755, or Alan at southlandorganics.com. Stay cool.